today we were attempting my first Pokemon Nuzlocke. This one's by Yong Tales. I got recommended this one a couple times in the comments actually, so I was like, oh, okay, okay, sure, why not? So yeah, we're gonna watch this one today, but mostly because I ended up playing Uma Musume instead of watching videos, so we can get one in, so that way my editor for this one, which most likely be Rose, can get paid. Okay, let's start. Yeah, attempting my first Pokemon Nuzlocke.
Alright, before we begin, I need to go over a few things. I have never done a Nuzlocke before, and I guess this technically still doesn't count as one? I don't know. It depends how strict the whole Nuzlocke community is, but basically, I abide by all the rules of a...
It depends if you're doing a hardcore one. If it's a hardcore, then it tends to be a bit more strict, but like, whatever, at the end of the day, a Nuzlocke is a Nuzlocke. You put the rules on yourself and whatever you enjoy.
Typical Nuzlocke where I name them so I get attached, and if they faint, I can't use them anymore. But
oh yeah, they're named so we get attached. Isn't that silly? Isn't that silly? Yeah, we get named when they're attached. Me on my 1,350 something attempt of Pokemon Kaizo Ironmon. Ah yes, attachment.
the additions that I add is that I can catch any bug type I want. If it faints, I can't use any of that same species. So,
yeah, you see, when I play my Nuzlocke, I name them after my Twitch chat, so that way when you guys die, you can bitch and complain in the chat, being like, I can't believe Maple hates me. That's it.
These rules, I can technically run out of Pokemon. Got it? Good. Grab your popcorn, use the restroom, get comfy, because we're in it for the long haul, baby. Oh yeah, also, I should mention that I've never played this before. So that should be interesting. Here goes my Pokemon kinda sorta, but not really Nuzlocke. A long time
I like how his avatar's a square. She hates us. She hates us.
Ago, I witnessed a finals Pokemon match where the upcoming challenger took the throne as the new champion. And ever since then, that very moment motivated me to one day embark on my own journey.
I do find it funny that he uses the platinum one where Jaden basically says that she failed it, but ended up doing the salty run back and won.
Today was the day that me and my neighbor Hop
became
official Pokemon trainers. Hop's older brother Leon was none other than the undefeated champion of Galar, and he was going to endorse both of us so that way we could compete in the Pokemon Gym Challenge. And I was like super hyped because I wanted to, for the longest time, assemble the most powerful bug team. Don't judge me. I like bug Pokemon, alright? Unfortunately, Leon didn't have any to start out with, so I chose Sobble. I named Sops, my very first Galarian Pokemon. Right off the bat,
I liked Sobble because I liked how upset it looked. I like how upset it looked.
Hops challenges me, and at first I thought a 1v2 was a bit unfair, but then Sops quickly learned Water Gun and swept Hop's team. I wonder if this is what our future encounters are gonna be like. I was about to leave on my journey, but Hops needed help finding a stray Wooloo, so navigating through the foggy forest, we didn't find the Wooloo, but some weird giant dog. It was pretty.
Maple likes upset Pokemon. Like, them being upset adds character. You know, like, look at Crobat. Bro's always frowning. And I like Crobat, the bean with wings.
Random stuff, but we did end up finding the Wooloo. Take your sheep. Alright, now we can officially leave. Strapped on my Tanjiro box of a backpack, and together with Sops, our journey has officially begun. Route 1, we ran into some of the new locals. Ugh, why is everything so weird? Oh, thank goodness, finally something that I actually recognize. Ugh. What happened to you? I wasn't entirely sure if there were any bugs in the area, but sure enough, I found this thing called a Grubbin, and
I love Grubbin. He's tiny and cute.
I named it Whoops, my very first bug Pokemon. I am excited to see what you'll become, Whoops, since I've stopped paying attention after Unova region. And just like that, I had Sops, Whoops, and Blinks. We didn't get that far into the journey when Hops challenged us yet again. Anyways, fun fact, Blinks evolved from the battle, so thanks for the free XP.
I do wonder which one has more rival battles though, because I remember Gen 5, Black and White, since I'm currently playing it for my Soul Link. I feel like Sharon and Bianca just battle you at like every single corner. So I forget how many times Hop tries to battle us. I played like Sword and Shield, I completed the game and that kind of stuff, but I don't think I ever got the DLCs where you open up the other area, like the Tundra area. The one with that Pokemon that can talk, has a big-ass head. Calyrex! And likes carrots. Yeah, I never got to there. I never got there.
And money, This old lady and another lady named Sonia were watching, and they were like, dang, alright, you can participate in the gym challenge. Well, why thank you, random people I just met. I feel like I didn't really need your permission, but I appreciate the support. Off to Stoke City. We arrive at something called the Wild Area, and that is where I run into a Carablast. And if you don't know, Carablast's evolved form as Cavalier was like super cool, super strong, and would make a great addition to the...
I love Excalibur, it's so cool looking. Crown Tundra DLC? Yeah, I never really got there, and I really didn't care for that Pokemon either. Apparently he was like really good in VGC, but I don't really play VGC. For Sword and Shield, I got into VGC for like a little bit just because a friend offered to teach me. And I had like this really Gamba Sun team. What is it? Precipice Blades, I think was it 70 or 80 accuracy? I don't remember on ground on. And then I remember when my friend was teaching me the VGC, he was like, yeah, when I was testing your team that you picked out for VGC, by the way, it was either I get absolutely stomped on or I make my opponent rage quit. And I'm like, that's beautiful. Teach me this team. Teach me this team. It's beautiful. Precipice Blades, 85 accuracy. I missed that thing 3 times in a row.
Team, and I really wanted one because I've never had one before. But then I unfortunately remember that you need to trade for it, and I didn't have anyone to trade with, so this thing was pretty much useless. Moving along the way, we barely avoided complete catastrophe when Sops almost died to a level 30 Piloswine. Why are there such strong Pokemon here? So carefully navigating through the wild area, we arrive in the city, beat up some members of Team Yell and this girl named Marnie in the hotel lobby so I could get my room key. Hey, what a cool statue! Woke up early, smiled and waved for the opening ceremony, shook hands with Chairman Rose, and pushed on to my first challenge. Just outside the city on Route 3, I was doing some exploring in case there were any bugs in the area, but after a while of no luck, we pressed on. Along the way in some cave, Whoops evolved into something interesting. And then I met this.
I love that. Not the kid.
Along the way in some cave, Whoops evolved into something.
I like this. It's a bug, but he's a loaf. Bug loaf. He's my favorite. Well, I guess all the bug ones in this one, he's my favorite. He's a little bus. I call him a loaf.
Interesting. And then I met this bundle of joy. Bade. We just had a nice little discussion about his personality.
Looks like a loaf of bread.
In the cave, I found a Joltik.
I love Joltik.
And together,
Joltik would be so useful IRL because it eats static electricity, and my hair generates so much static in the winter because it's dry. I would love a Joltik. I would love a Joltik.
With Whoops and Blinks, bada bing, bada boom. Holy crap! This is what Dynamax Pokemon battles are like. The first gym badge was ours. Oh, and you evolved. Nice. On the way to the next town, we were having a light conditioning session to get Lucas up to par with the rest of the team, and you know what I must say? Things were really starting to look up for my bug team. And I was sure that Lucas would add so much value, especially considering the fact that the next gym was water type. We got this in the bag. Lucas, no! A stupid wild Wobbuffet was able to perfectly counter Lucas's attack and—
Wait, our little baby! Oh no! Oh my god, that Joltik is so cute to like whack Goldie. No! Wait, I love Joltik.
Caused the team's first death. Fearing the same thing would happen to my other Pokemon, we ran in shame.
Well, yeah.
Lucas wasn't with us for long, and we may not be able to get revenge now, but Lucas's death gave us the spark to really zoom through our next challenges.
Yeah, Wobbuffet is super scary, especially counter Mirror Coat, and it's just random AI, so you can't really predict what it'll do. It just kind of fucks you over. Shadow Tag too, right? Yeah, Shadow Tag just prevents you from escaping. Unless you have, like, I don't know, a Fluffy Tail or something.
Welcome to the team, Zweeps.
Sweeps.
Ah, yes, it's my rival. It's time to show you how strong I am. Let's have a rematch. Out of my way.
Yeah. I love Nessa. I love Nessa.
I don't really
like
you, dude, and your attitude sucks. Also,
what's his name again?
Do you think you're going? Harold. Our next gym challenge was Kabu, home of the bane to almost all—
I actually really like Kabu as a gym leader. I don't know. I feel like he was so cool. Like, I don't know, middle-aged man gym leader with the stance. I felt like he was so cool.
all my bug types. My newest member, Harold, was pretty much useless here, so Sops was going to have to carry this one. Going through the challenges where we had to team up with randos and catch Pokemon for points, I thought it was a good idea to use my recently evolved Sweeps since it was the best choice to clear each one. But on the final challenge, Sweeps was backstabbed and perished. Okay, I honestly felt pretty guilty about what happened. But how the heck was I supposed to know that the other trainer was going to betray me like that? You monster! We can mourn later. We got a badge to win. We burst through the gym doors, and it was game on. Sops took out the first 2 Pokemon pretty easily, and then it was time for Kabu's ultimate Pokemon, Scorch. Finally,
Damn.
before my own eyes was one of the coolest bugs.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell he really likes this Pokemon, based on the way he drew it here. Yeah, I can tell you like this one.
Scorch. Finally, before my own eyes was one of the coolest bug-type Pokemon I have ever seen. Easily one of my favorites. Such an impressive beast, and I was super jealous. But now I can unleash my secret weapon. It was time to show my 5th Pokemon. You've been hidden way too long, but it's time for you to come out. Let's go, Grievous!
Is that like the Nezuko box? Wait, you had your own?
Basically, a while back on Route 3, after asking around, I caught a Sizzler.
A little bit.
You know what? I absolutely loved it. Trained it and primed for a moment just like this. Now let's see who Scorch was better. It was an intense battle between the 2 fiery centipedes. Based on appearance alone, it would have seemed like Kabu Scorch had the upper hand since it was much bigger and unfortunately cooler looking. But Grievous's flame was fueled by the innocent blood of Sweeps. And in the end, that is what gave us victory.
I like how square they all are.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Grievous. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. Double yes. After some training, Harold really toughened up by evolving into a Golisopod.
Golisopod's crazy. I remember the first time I bumped into a Golisopod, I think it was against, was it Team Skull in Sun and Moon? I feel like Guzma or whatever his name had a Golisopod. I remember it fucked me up, is what I remember. I don't remember who fucked me up. I know the Golisopod fucked me up.
Well, how about that? And then we picked up Skarner the Scorupi along the way to Hammerlock City. He's no sweet, but I'm sure he'll be useful for something.
He'll evolve at like level
I
40.
ran into Hops once again, who was feeling pretty down about himself because apparently he lost to Bade in a Pokemon battle, so it was up to me to be the good friend that I am and help him feel better by beating him up. From there, it was on to the fighting type gym, where Blinks got real psyched up, if you know what I mean. Clean sweep, badge 4.
Oh, he fought the fighting girl. I think in the other version of the game, because I played Sword. I think in Shield, is it like the depressed kid or is it something different? I feel like there's like a couple of gym leaders that are different depending on the game version you have. I don't remember if it's this one. Ghost and fighting? Yeah, it's a ghost versus fighting. Yeah, the depressed kid with, I think the mask is the ghost one. I don't remember if there's another gym leader that's like different depending on game exclusives, but like, I'm sure someone can tell me. Ice versus rock. Oh! Okay, I remember that. So the ice one is when you get the lady that looks like she has like the, God, what's that ice bug type that evolves from Shnome? I don't remember the name. But like she reminds me a lot of like how like, you know, big and puffy her jacket is.
Battle just outside, we found out that Bade, Mr.
Frostmoth!
I was endorsed by the chairman. Ooh, I'm so special. Ooh, everyone is beneath me. Ooh. Thought it was okay to blast some hole in some ancient sacred art. Because he was entitled to it. Are you sure your name isn't like Karen? I tried to give him another beatdown lesson with—
I forgot that was a thing. He was like, I was chosen, so I'm going to destroy the art. I forgot about that.
My Skarner, but then he ended up getting a critical one hit by Solus's Psybeam. Of all people to lose a Pokemon to, you've got to be kidding me. I just got you.
Oh.
Vengeance! Well, Bade got in a lot of trouble for what he did anyway and ended up getting kicked out of the league, so I don't feel bad for him at all. Huh, well that looks important. Moving on, replacing Skarner was Jerry the Dwebble I found and quickly evolved. Look, I was running out of bodies to fill these Pokeballs with, so I had no other choice. I was beginning to be concerned about Whoomp since this whole time it hasn't evolved yet. I really
Okay, but like, have you considered his shape is like perfect? Have you considered his shape?
wondered if I was like missing something. But shortly afterwards, Whoops rummaged through my bag and found a Thunderstone I had earlier and evolved.
Oh. I forgot he evolves into that one.
Found a Thunderstone I had earlier
My God.
and evolved.
Damn, I am not good at remembering Pokemon from like Sword and Shield and Beyond. Holy shit. I forgot he evolves into this one. I like this bug. I like this bug.
I had this suspicious feeling that the next gym leader, Opal, primarily
Is Gen 7? This is from Gen 7.
types. Just a hunch. And, gee, it would have been real nice to have somebody who could...
Okay, so I'm bad at remembering things from Gen 7 and beyond. But some of them I remember very well, okay? Like Snow. Snow's from, like, later gens, right? Unless you can tell me he's from Gen 6, and I'm like, oh no, I fucked up.
Could deal with fairy types
Snow
right
Gen
about
8,
now.
thank fucking God,
For
okay?
a certain person. But even so, Whoops and Grievous managed to sweep right through because fairy types are stupid. Except for you, Sweeps. You're good. On the way to the next town, another explosion goes off. Sonia and the old professor lady are there, and they give some explanation about two brothers, Darkest Day, giant Pokemon running rampant, really giving me some Attack on Titan vibes. So I left them to go deal with that, and I moved on to Route 8 where I picked up Nom Nom the Snom.
I love Snow. It's perfect shape. It's a little guy, he's perfect. What is it? 4 times weak to rock, 4 times weak to fire. It's okay, he's perfect.
Gordy was the 6th gym leader who used rock-type Pokemon, but they quickly sank under the brute force of Harold and Sops. Oh yeah, and Jerry spamming Dig. Then it was on to Pierre. Alright, well, this gym uses nothing but a bunch of dark types, so... Wait right here, Nom Nom. Blinks will watch you. We'll be right back.
Oh, that's so cute! Wait! He looks like a potato, that's so cute, I love him.
Give me that! Okay, let's go. Okay, 2 times could just be a coincidence, but 3 times, turns out giant Pokemon are spawning all over the place. Fear of Titan's rising. I had this feeling that this was only the beginning of something really bad, that maybe I should help. But nah, they told me to go focus on getting my last badge. Okay then.
This was a funny part though, just because I wasn't used to a Pokemon game telling me that I don't have to get involved because you should let the adults handle this kind of shit. Because back in Gen 3, remember what happens? We go to the cave of like Origins or something like that, and we have to tell Wallace where we think Rayquaza would be. And then we go there, and then Wallace is like, ah shit, I should get back to Stuopolis to protect the town or city or whatever. You should go talk to Rayquaza. Tell him that, you know, his kids are acting up. Anyways, bye! And it abandons us on the, like, island. Yeah, it's like, they needed, specifically us, because we told him, hey, I guess we're gonna go see Rayquaza now. And he's like, I'm gonna go protect Stulopolis. And bro's just standing there. The entire town was kind of just standing there, watching Rayquaza, I mean, not watching Rayquaza, watching Kyogre and Groudon try to duke it out. And Groudon's like on a little rock, but still!
They told me to go focus on getting my last badge. Okay then. And that might be a challenge, because the last gym is home to Rayhan and his dragon Pokemon, which are known to be tough, resistant to most types, and are pretty versatile with their movesets. It was kind of a good news, bad news situation. The good news is that Nom Nom received 10,000 grams of friendship to evolve and give us the ice advantage. The bad news is that she is literally the definition of a glass cannon.
One day there'll be a Pokemon game where we can't enter random houses anymore. I feel like that's like the newer games. Like, I don't think all the houses we can enter, they're kind of just there for show. Oh, that's just an interesting place I decided to pause. You guys can enjoy that.
Meaning, yes, Nom Nom big strong against dragon types, but if Nom Nom touch
that's a lot of effort for this.
Dragons are more than capable of throwing. Nom Nom go bye-bye. So as we went in,
yeah, like I said, lots of weaknesses. Ice bug, oh my god.
Dragons are more than capable of throwing. Nom Nom go bye-bye. So as we went in, the entire team had one objective on their mind. Protect Nom Nom. This time it was in the form of a double battle, and making sure they didn't get any chance to gain momentum, Harold and Nom Nom made quick work of his Flygon and Gigalith. But then came out his big bad Duraludon.
Yeah, the skyscraper.
You've got to be kidding me. Duraludon was literally the love child of Godzilla and a skyscraper.
Yeah.
What could we possibly do against a building? I quickly switched Harold for Blinks, hoping that he could put it to sleep and then have Nom Nom finish it off.
Joke I want to make, I don't think is appropriate for a react to what to do against a building. I will leave it there.
Off in the Aurora Beam, but at the last moment, Blinks became paralyzed from the Sandaconda, and Nom Nom's attack wasn't
I won't
enough
make
to
Rose
take down
edit
the
that.
Duraludon.
I won't make Rose edit that. I won't make Rose edit that. It's fine, it's fine.
And before I could switch both of them out, Blinks was smashed by a stone wall. You did well, Blinks. You did your job. Sops and Jerry came in, and even though they both became paralyzed by the Sandaconda, Jerry couldn't land a single dig, they were able to stall out Duraludon's Dynamax form, giving Harold the opportunity to come back in and brick break the crap out of it, and finally deal with that pesky snake.
Brick Break is such a good
The last gym
move.
badge was ours, but we lost Blinks. A true OG of the Bug Squad and provided so much value to the team. I was not sure if I could find anyone to fill his spot this far into the journey. I think Sonia was trying to talk to me, possibly about some more end of the world stuff, but I
Yeah,
was too sad
casual end
about
of the
Blinks to
world.
really pay attention. A world without Blinks is not a world worth living anyway. I had to take a few days off to prepare my team and our newest member for the final challenges, but once we were ready, we arrived in Winden City and stepped through those stadium doors for the quarterfinals. Almost there. Marnie and her dark Pokemon were up first, and this is on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, her team's just pretty good. Grimmsnarl are scary. You think Grimmsnarl will be like a crazy, I don't know, a crazy type of attacker, but Grimmsnarl is very much support, right?
Honestly, the
No,
best time is
yeah, the Scrafty face is very funny.
almost there. Marnie
Yeah.
and her dark Pokemon were up first, and this is honestly the best time as any to debut the newbie. So I brought out Gaia, the Cavalier, aka formerly useless. Yep.
Oh, he managed to trade it? That's good, that's good. It is offensive, just has Prankster 7 we use as a support. Yeah, well, like, Incineroar is like, well, Wolfie talks a lot about Incineroar, but it's just, you know, the parting shot and the intimidate, it's just too good with the fake out. Grimmsnarl and Lagging Tail traumatized me, never again. Yeah, so like, we know a lot of, well, I know a lot about the support mon, just because every now and then a Wolfie video will show up on my YouTube recommendation. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch a VGC video. I don't play VGC, but yeah, I'll watch a video.
That's right. And stacked with a sword stance, Gaia became a true powerhouse and swept the entire team. Then we had one final match between me and my rival Hop. You probably already.
I love the mind games in VGC. Yeah, I also like the mind games in VGC. When I tried it for like the one season, it was very fun because it was God, Venusaur Gigantamax was very popular for sleep powder and that kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, I could try to fake out the Venusaur, but if it's Gigantamax, then fake out just literally doesn't work. And I'm like, ugh. Yeah, the unique strats were kind of fun. For format with no legends, I played the format that had Kyogre and Groudon as like, was it restricted Pokemon? I had a Sun team, a gambling Sun team.
You know how that went. Sops came out for one last fight, and we ended the rivalry. Yep, it really was his last fight. And honestly, not bringing Sops into the final match was probably one of the hardest decisions I had to make so far. My very first Pokemon,
baby.
and the one that has watched over all of his teammates and saw them
Edgelord.
grow into the team they
tall.
are now. But I believed with this team, even Jerry, we had the
Even
best chance
Jerry.
of winning. Sops will be with us in spirit. A lot of stuff happened in between leading up to the semifinal to final rounds, but to summarize, celebratory dinner, evil staff with a key, tall building, crazy secretary lady, a tiny hint that Rose is actually bad and was behind the explosions, but meh, that's totally not a cause for concern. Ew, it's Bait again, but he's less of a douchebag. Boom boom, smash through the gym leader rematches.
Oh yeah, Beta comes back with like shiny kawaii sparkly eyes, being like, I'm good now, trust, because he had that training session with a fairy lady. Is that like the TLDR I remember, and that's correct? It's been a while since I played this game. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, he comes back all shiny-eyed, being like, I'm so good now. We're all friends. Shiny! Yeah, he got reformed by the old lady. It was just, I don't know, I was kind of shook when he came back. When he came back all like Kagayaki, shiny, kira sparkly. I don't know. I kind of just want him to come back and call us like a dickhead or something. I kind of miss the rivals that are just kind of a dickhead. Maybe I've been playing too much Gen 3, where bro literally says, smell you later.
Gaia bonks Duraludon in the face, and we land in the finals. And now we have come face to face with champion Leon. Every battle, everything we have been through has led us to this moment. It was time to show the world just how powerful my bug Pokemon truly are. And never mind! Rose is evil, and apparently the darkest day has begun. Well, that sure complicates things. Way to read the room, dude! No! This video's long as it is. Whatever. I will go save the world, I guess.
I never understood the Chairman Rose thing because Leon said he was gonna help him regardless as long as he waits one day for the darkest day that's coming in 1,000 years. But Rose really just has to do it right now? Is that right? I remember the story for this was kind of all over the place, but you know, I think that's what I extracted. I have to solve the energy crisis right now, even though the energy crisis will start in 1,000 years.
Using 200 IQ, Hops was pretty sure that the dog we ran into at the very beginning was important and could help us, so we headed back to our hometown to find it. And trekking through the creepy woods, we don't find the dog, but a rusty old sword and shield. I guess those will have to do. We rush back to Hammerlock City's power.
The worst part is in the DLC, there's a Pokemon that solves the energy crisis. Oh, is that Regieleki? Like the little guy? That speed stat on Regieleki is insane. Yeah, I used Regieleki during my VGC, like, session. It's so fucking fast. It's so fucking fast.
Power plant, and we find Chairman Rose going off about Gallard's power supply crisis that's potentially coming in 10 years, and to stop it, he summoned this Eternatus thing, hoping he could control it and harness its power. You summoned a what now? Just my opinion, man, but a plan involving control of a legendary being with powers beyond understanding usually doesn't end up going well. Basically, your plan is stupid. Rose didn't like that, and he was gonna try stop me with his team full of steel Pokemon. So
I think for Gen 6 though, what they were planning to do was just use that Pokemon as like a battery for their giant mega giga laser. Like at the end of the day, I don't know, I feel like the Gen 6 legendaries, they were neat and everything, but they felt kind of wasted since they only showed up towards the end and they're like, I'm gonna use this guy as a battery. Or maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. Who knows? I feel like they just weren't involved in the story as much. Like Ground and Kyogre, very involved. Dialga, Palkia, Garantina, very involved in the story. That was Team Galactic's entire thing, and Team Magma and Team Aqua's entire thing was Ground and Kyogre in the first place. Gen 6 with Xeranius and Yveltal, I feel like wasn't super involved. We kind of only see them towards the end.
Understanding usually doesn't end up going well. Basically, your plan is stupid. Rose didn't like that, and he was gonna try stop me with his team full of steel Pokemon, so I left Grievous to deal with him. I head upstairs to find Leon, and what the heck is that? No, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh monster. No.
I love Eternatus. I love how edgy his design is. I love Eternatus.
Not a Pokemon. What kind of Pokemon would look like that? I quickly found out that almost none of my Pokemon would be able to damage it without dying, so... Jerry, go! Jerry made it mad. Eternatus then turned into this giant starfish thing. Yeah, that did make a whole lot of sense. And then we're like, Rusty Sword and Shield! The dogs show up, merge with the stuff, and we defeat Eternatus, where I catch it with a teeny tiny Pokeball. Crisis averted. 3 days later.
So everyone needs a puppy, is what I've concluded here. Everyone needs a puppy. Preferably one with fucking Behemoth Blade. There's nothing I can say. God, what was that dog's ability? It comes in, its attack gets boosted by 1. Was Behemoth Blade, how much power was it again? Someone's gotta remind me in the chat. True. Everyone needs a puppy.
After one of the largest tangents ever, you know, saving the world, we are finally back to our match. Here we go.
Yeah, because that dog was so good. I guess like nerfed in later VGC, I believe. Steel Fairy is insane typing. It's doubled power for Dynamax Pokemon. Yeah, that's it.
Today, we finally face off against Leon. Woom stuck out with a quick claw boost and was able to take out both.
I like how back here the moth is still like buff as hell.
Against Leon. Woom stuck out with a quick claw boost and was able to take out both Aegislash and Rhyperior. Don't ask me how many Sneasels I needed to get through to find one. Leon's Dragapult was a tough one though. I was hoping that Nom Nom would be fast enough to take it out, but Nom Nom was outsped and was met with a flamethrower.
I know.
I'm sorry, Nom Nom. We couldn't protect you that
But
time.
he was so
Grievous
buff.
came out and was able to coil up and crunch the crap out of the Dragapult, as well as leech life the monkey for some healing. And then Gaia was able to win head-to-head against his Haxorus.
It's like new leech
and then
life.
Finally,
like new leech life, 80 power move, good move finally, not like 20 power like before. Good move, yeah, I hope so.
And then Gaia was able to win head-to-head against his Haxorus. And then finally, his last Pokemon, Charizard. But even though we outnumbered him 5-1, I didn't feel any better considering the fact that his Charizard still had pretty much every advantage over all my Pokemon. To deal with his Charizard, I had 3 choices. Harold, who could hopefully beat Charizard with water attacks, Whoops with electric attacks, and then Jerry with rocks. I sent out Harold first, hoping that he could end it right then and there, but Charizard got the first strike, and with a powerful air blast, Harold was one-shot.
Yeah.
Oh crap. I sent in Whoops hoping for another Quick Claw boost Thunderbolt, but that too failed, and Whoops was burned to a crisp. 2 of my strongest Pokemon and my best.
I just found it really funny. It's just like, oh yes, let's just see what these new Pokemon from this gen are, and then the champion's like, go Choi Choi. Go Charizard from Kanto. I love Charizard. Go Charizard. And I'm like, oh, well that's neat. I feel like this gen made people kind of sour on Charizard just because they're like, oh yes, Charizard is everyone's favorite Pokemon. But recently, since I had a Charizard make it very far in Kaizo Ironmon, I'm like, I like Charizard. I like Charizard. You know what? I like Fire Dragon looking boy.
Chances to beat Charizard were both wiped out in an instant. At this point, victory was very bleak.
Yeah, because I remember seeing a lot of artwork. It was like a little comic. I forget what comic it was, but it's like Arceus coming down being like, ah yes, new gen. I can't wait to be a part of it. And it's like, hold up, God. We have a real representation from other regions here. His name is Charizard.
Jerry dies. Charizard will have no trouble defeating my remaining Pokemon. And it will be over. Jerry, you weren't our strongest team member and often the butt of many jokes.
Yeah, but like,
right now,
Rock is like 4 times effective,
our
right?
last hope. Oh, we're screwed. Jerry stepped onto the battle.
I believe in Jerry. That is the face of success. This is me when I walk into a job interview. This is the face of success. This is me when I walk into my job interview. I believe in Jerry.
Field, and Charizard raised a stone wall that came crashing down, and staring into the face of imminent defeat, crashing down.
Hold up.
And
me when they ask a question I didn't prepare for because Glassdoor didn't tell me all the questions.
Staring into the face of imminent defeat. Well, I might as well surrender at this point. Spare the rest of my Pokemon. But Jerry was still standing.
Yippee!
Does
he have 30 or?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Defense or the fact that Jerry had a giant rock to protect him? No, it was like the true power of friendship. This was our chance. I made Jerry jumbo-sized, and we showed that oversized Barney what it's like to get squashed by a giant rock. And it
Times 4 effective!
We won.
Yippee!
We completed the Pokemon Sword, kinda sorta, but not really Nuzlocke. It was a bittersweet moment since Gaia, Grievous, and Jerry were the only ones who survived. But even so, this victory goes just as much to all the other team members who brought us to where we are now. Lucas, Sweeps, Skarner,
Lucas.
Blinks, Sops, Nom Nom, Harold, and Whoops. You are all champions.
Oh.
Some might say that this is...
Wait, no. Come back.
Harold and Whoops. You are all...
That one's my favorite. Lucas!
Champions. Some might say that this
is very
a
good
good
at drawing
place to
Pokemon.
stop and be satisfied. But now that I'm here, I realize that my journey isn't over. Achieving this title...
I like the contrast between his character and all these Pokemon. He's like literally a square.
...of Bug Champion of Galar is not an ultimate goal, but a mere stepping stone in my life. So with my team, I am setting out to continue on my journey, because I am sure somewhere out there, more challenges are waiting for me.
The person that gets clickbait on thumbnails! That's a thumbnail person! Whoa!
And I say, bring it on.
That's the thumbnail person! Yeah, Jaden was voted like most, what is it? Most clickbait or something like that? I think it was on Alfred's like award show. It's very funny. Hi person from Maple's thumbnails. Well, I've also reacted to some Jaden Animations videos, so I guess that's the person on the thumbnail! Well, that was neat. Thank you for the continued support of the channel. It warms my soft tofu heart. He's tofu! That's why motherfucker is square! Oh! Well, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Stay young. He is tofu! We watching another animated Nuzlocke? Yeah, we watched this one. It's all the time I have, though, since it's already 1 AM, so I'm gonna raid out now. Yeah, sorry, Doodle, you just got here. In loving memory of my Uncle Gary and grandfather. Oh. Well, I'm sure your grandpa's and Uncle Gary are awesome. Stream's over? Yeah, stream is over. That was neat.